We have point P in xy plane. Fine. In a two-dimensional space, that is in a plane, a particle or a point will have only two coordinates. In xy plane, it will have two coordinates x, y. Remember, horizontally it is always x coordinate, vertically it is always y coordinate. Draw one perpendicular from here. This much distance will give you x coordinate, that is x, and this much distance will give you y coordinate, that is y. Okay, fine. Now with respect to origin, if you try to fix up the position of this point or particle, then you need to take the help of some vector, and that vector is right now vector OP. Vector OP. Vector OP determines the direction of this point, then we call it position vector, because that vector determines the position. Vector determines the position. Any vector which determines position of a particle is called its a position vector, shown by symbol vector R. Okay, fine. It will tell you by how much distance that point is lying from origin and in which direction. Okay, so in short, this vector locates the position of a particle. We call it position vector, shown by symbol vector R. And formula of position vector, 2 periods before we have studied. Remember, position vector formula, vector R is equal to x I hat plus y j hat plus z k hat. Correct? That z k hat you will write in third dimension, I mean in 3 dimensions. Right now it is a case of 2 dimensions. So stop this addition at second term only. So it is x I hat plus y j hat. Now tell me, did you learn this thing? Vector A is equal to A into NA hat. Did you learn? Vector equals to magnitude multiplied by unit vector. Vector equals to magnitude multiplied by unit vector. Find out this unit vector. It is vector upon magnitude. Vector upon magnitude. Vector upon magnitude. Whenever any vector is divided by its magnitude, you will get unit vector in the direction of that vector. In the direction of this vector, I have chosen one unit vector. I have chosen one. And how is that unit vector? NR hat. Say. NR. Say. NR. So how will you get that unit vector? By dividing given vector by its magnitude. By its magnitude. Vector divided by magnitude. Vector divided by magnitude will give you unit vector. What is vector R? Just now I said x I hat plus y j hat. Look here, x I hat plus y j hat upon R. Separate the denominator. X upon R into I hat. Everybody. X upon R into I hat. Plus y upon R into j hat. Plus y upon R into j hat. In this right angle triangle, find out cos theta. Cos theta is adjacent to theta, which is x, upon hypotenuse opposite to right angle, that is magnitude of vector R, which is R. Adjacent upon hypotenuse. Correct? Come on. Sin theta. Find out sin theta. Opposite to theta. What is it? Y. Upon hypotenuse, that is opposite to right angle, magnitude of vector R is R. In place of now x upon R, can you write cos theta? Yes. Here. In place of x upon R, what will you write? Into. In place of y upon R, what will you write? In place of y upon R, what will you write? Into j. Fine. This is half of the sum. We have obtained the formula of this unit vector, but now they ask another unit vector, and that is the unit vector which is at right angle to this direction. This direction I have extended, I have shown it here. Okay, this way. And now perpendicular to that, anti-clockwise I have taken that vector this way. Okay, fine. Now the way this is the x-axis, this is also x-axis. I say if this angle is theta, this also is theta. How? Corresponding angle. Say because these two are parallel. Correct? And this is transversal. This is transversal. So these two angles are corresponding angles. They have to be equal. If this is theta, this also is theta. Wait. Now this angle is 90 degree. So what is this total angle? What is this total angle? Total will be summation of these two, that is 90 degree plus theta. Say 90 degree plus theta. In this direction, whatever is the unit vector, according to textbook, I am showing the notation n theta hat. Say n theta hat. This one was n r hat. This is n theta hat, which we want. Okay, tell me what is this theta? What is this theta?
Angle.
But how do you find that angle in the figure? This is the angle made by this unit vector with positive axis. So whichever unit vector you want to write here, angle made by that vector with positive axis you should write here. Got it? Now here instead of n r hat, what I am writing now? N theta hat. Say n theta hat. Then whichever unit vector I write here, the angle made by that vector with positive axis I should write here. Now tell me, angle made by this with positive axis is how much? How much? 90 degree plus theta. Say. So in place of theta, I should write 90 plus theta. In place of theta, I should write 90 plus. Again, here also instead of theta, I should write 90 plus. In the next period, today is Wednesday, Friday, lecture is very important, nobody should remain absent. I am going to show you how to find out values of trigonometric functions for different angles in different quadrants. Okay, that I will show you. Now in that we will study that cos of 90 plus theta, it comes out to be minus sin theta. How? I will let you know next time. Okay, at present you remember. Sin of 90 plus theta, it comes out to be only cos theta. Cos is getting converted into sin, here sin is getting converted into, but here minus and here plus. How? I will let you know. Okay. Now see, this article, it is of maximum importance. If you understand this article, many articles in all the 4 semesters you will find very easy, and converse is also equally true. If you don't understand this, you will have many problems later on. Okay, so try to pay your very nice attention here. What is it? Vector product or cross product between two vectors. Last time we had studied scalar product or dot product. Scalar product or dot product. Why the name was like that, scalar product? Because ultimate result was a scalar. Was a scalar. Why name here is a vector product? Because ultimate result will be a vector. By taking product between two given vectors, if the ultimate result is a vector, we call it vector product. Suppose you are talking about vector product between vector A and vector B. Vector A and vector B. Then we just show it symbolically this way, by putting a symbol of cross between these two vectors. Because we put a symbol of cross, come on, we have given another name, come on. Say, here we were putting dot, so this also was known as dot product. Here we put the symbol of cross, then we call it cross product. Fine. Between which vectors you want a cross product? Between vector A and vector B. There are two ways. There are two ways you can take this product. Vector A cross vector B or vector B cross vector A. Say, vector A cross vector B or vector B cross vector A. Come on, vector A cross vector B or vector B cross vector A. Let us take one by one. At present we concentrate for this. Come on, vector A cross vector B. Look. First of all, consider two given vectors. Say vector A and vector B. Suppose vector A is this. Correct? And vector B is this. Come on everybody, this is vector A, this is vector B. Tell me, where is the tail of vector A? Here. At O. At O. Where is the tail of vector B? It is also at the same point. Okay? You must consider two vectors with their tails coinciding at the same point. Okay? And now tell me, consider this vector A and vector B the way I am showing you. Say this is vector A. Vector A. This is vector B. They are lying like this. Like this. Like this means what? They are lying in a horizontal plane. They are lying in a horizontal plane. Suppose vector A is here on this table. Correct? Vector B is also on the table. So now tell me, a plane passing through. A plane passing through. These two vectors, it is nothing but surface of this table. Surface of this table. How to find this surface? Horizontal. Say. Horizontal. Say. Horizontal. Suppose these two vectors are lying here on this wall. Correct? So now tell me, these two vectors are passing through this. These two vectors are lying on this plane, and this plane is passing through these two vectors. This plane is this wall. This wall means vertical plane. Say, got it? Fine. But if the vectors are like this, correct? Then plane passing through them will be neither vertical nor horizontal. It is slanting or oblique. Slanting or oblique. Inclined. You can say inclined. Got it? Write down situation is this. This is vector A. This is vector B. Okay? And now tell me, what is this angle between them? Say angle between them. Yes, angle between them. Now think of a plane passing through these two vectors, which is horizontal plane. Which is now consider one right-handed screw. Consider one right-handed screw. Suppose that right-handed screw is this. Then you may have question, what is meant by right-handed screw? All the screws which we have used in walls, in the windows, in the doors, in the furniture, everywhere, all the screws used at our house, they are all right-handed screws. They are all right-handed screws. If you go to hardware shop and if you ask the shopkeeper, give me screws, then he will give you right-handed screw only. He will give you right-handed screw. But yet, if you want definition of right-handed screw, I can give you the definition. Look, a screw when kept perpendicular to wall, and then rotated clockwise, then rotated clockwise, gets inserted into the wall is known as right-handed screw. Is known as right-handed screw. There are screws available in market. When you keep them in perpendicular to wall, and then after if you try to rotate clockwise this way, then instead of getting tightened, they just come out. So when you rotate this way and then they come out, they are not right-handed screw. They are called left-handed screw. They are called left-handed screw. Got it? Yes, sir. Now think of a right-handed screw here. Here is a screw. Here is a head, and here is a tail. Here is the head. Here is the tail, and this is the axis passing through the screw. Okay, axis of the screw. Axis of which screw? Axis of right-handed screw. Axis of right-handed screw. And these are the threads. Okay, fine. Now tell me, how to find this axis? Vertical. Say vertical. Means perpendicular to the plane. Passing through two given vectors. Correct? Or passing through these two vectors, it is this horizontal plane, and perpendicular to that is this axis. Okay, fine. At present, we want vector A cross vector B. What do we want? Vector A cross vector B. In this order, this is first, this is second. This is first, this is second. Now, what is the rule? Rule is that you should rotate first vector towards second vector. First vector towards second vector. First vector is this. Look, vector A. Say vector A. Vector B is like this. Correct? So vector is this, vector B is this. You should rotate first towards second. First towards second. First vector is this. Rotate it towards second vector. This way. Correct? Through the angle between them. That's what I written here. Just give a turn to this screw, then turn to this vector from A to B. Manner of rotation is this, from A to B, or vector A cross vector B. Okay. Now tell me, this is vector A, this is vector B. I should rotate vector A towards vector B this way. Now in the same manner, I should rotate this right-handed screw. Here is the head, here is the tail. So at the head, I should fix the screwdriver.
I should fix the and then after I should rotate it this way. Correct? Because first vector is rotating to a second vector this way. In the same manner, this way. When I rotate it this way, if I rotate it this way, where the screw will advance vertically, upwards. Vertically, upwards. Direction of advancement of right-handed screw, that is right now vertically upwards, is only taken as direction of vector A cross vector B. Direction of vector A cross vector B. Direction of vector A cross vector B. How to find that direction? Like this. Correct? Come on. These two vectors are in which plane? Horizontal plane. How to find this vector? Vertical. Means it is perpendicular to both of them. Perpendicular to both of them. What is this angle? 90. What is this angle? 90. Correct? That is what exactly I have shown in the diagram. You see? Do we find this vector? Perpendicular at right angle to this vector. Say yes. Yes. This is also perpendicular to this vector. Correct? Yes. But if you want to show the right angle exactly, you should take that care that you are showing this part, this line segment very much parallel to vector B. This line segment very much parallel to this. Come on, this one very much parallel to vector A, and this one very much parallel to this. Correct? Taking this care, if you are showing, then you will find that angle exactly right angle. Exactly right angle. You know how students are drawing. If I tell them that show that these two are perpendicular, so that these two are perpendicular, you know what they will show? They will show this way. This is the way. This is the way to draw right angle. How he should have drawn? I am showing you. From here if he starts, he should draw this way. Correct? Correct? Parallel to this. Correct? Yes. And from here, parallel to this. Vertically downwards. Do you find it right angle? Yes. Do you find it right angle? Yes. So just learn perfectly. Okay? Fine. So this is the vector which is perpendicular to both the vectors. Vector A also, vector B also. This is perpendicular to vector A also. This is perpendicular to vector B also. Okay? Suppose now if you want vector B cross vector A. Vector B cross vector A. This is first vector and this is second vector. What is the rule? Rule is that you should rotate first vector towards second vector. Towards second vector. Now this vector B is your first vector. Vector A is your second vector now. Rotate first towards second. First towards second. So this way. So manner of rotation is this. Correct? Now the same screw, if you rotate this way, it will get opened up. It will get opened up. Earlier it was getting tight. Now it will open. Okay? You are unscrewing. So when you unscrew it, what will happen? It will come down. It will come down. At the time, downward direction is taken as vector B cross vector A. Direction of vector B cross vector A. Sure? So you have learned how to find out the direction of a vector product. That is true. But what about magnitude? What about magnitude? See the magnitude. Magnitude is defined this way. Definition. Magnitude definition is this. Vector A cross vector B has the magnitude equal to, look here, AB sin theta. AB sin theta. Come on, what is A? Magnitude of vector A. What is B? Magnitude of vector B. And what is sin theta? That is sin value of angle between them. Sin value of angle between them. And now covering all these points, you just define what is called a vector product.
Just speak out with me. Come on. Thus, vector product between two given vectors. Is nothing but such a vector whose magnitude is equal to product of magnitude of first vector, comma, magnitude of second vector, and sine value of angle between them, and whose direction can be determined using law of right-handed screw. Such a vector is called vector product between two given vectors. I repeat, vector product between two given vectors means a vector whose magnitude is equal to product of magnitude of first vector, comma, magnitude of second vector and sine value of angle between them, and whose direction can be determined using law of right-handed screw. Law of right-handed screw. Such a vector is called vector product. Vector product. Yes, vector A cross vector B, if it is vertically upwards, vector B cross vector A will come out vertically upwards. Two vectors having equal magnitude, opposite direction. Equal magnitude. Equal magnitude. They are called opposite vectors. They are called opposite vectors. Or sometimes we call them negative vectors. Say, vector A cross vector B is negative of vector B cross vector A. In short, these two are not equal. These two are not equal. So vector A cross vector B is not equal to vector B cross vector A, meaning thereby vector product is not commutative. Is not commutative. Last time, dot product was commutative. Dot product was commutative. But vector product is not commutative. And distributive law is still whole goods. Look here. Distributive law is this. Vector A cross vector B plus vector C. Vector A cross vector B plus vector C. Just open the bracket. Vector A cross vector B plus vector A cross vector C. Distributive law holds good for vector product. For vector product. If you got third term here, say plus vector D, then you have third term here also plus vector A cross vector D. Fine. Now what is the condition for two vectors to be either parallel or antiparallel? Parallel or antiparallel? Come on, parallel or antiparallel? Let me include both. Come on, parallel or antiparallel? If two vectors are parallel or antiparallel, then come on, parallel or antiparallel? Come on, parallel then theta is 0. Parallel then theta is 0. And antiparallel then theta is 180. Correct? In both the case, sin theta is 0. Sin theta is 0. Sin 0 is also 0. Sin 180 degree is also 0. What is the magnitude of a vector product? How it is defined? By AB sin theta. AB sin theta. AB sin theta. But when theta is 0 degree or 180 degree, sin theta is 0. Sin theta is 0. Put it here. AB into 0. AB into sin theta is 0. 0 will become 0. A vector whose magnitude is 0 is called 0 vector. Is called 0 vector. So this vector A cross vector B is a 0 vector. Is a 0 vector. When two vectors are mutually perpendicular, dot product is 0. Dot product is 0. Last time we had studied. Yes, and when two vectors are parallel or come on, cross product is 0. Simple. Fine. Now let us take cross product between two identical Cartesian unit vectors. Come on, first of all I want to find out magnitude. Magnitude of I hat cross I hat. Magnitude of I hat cross I hat. Come on, magnitude of first vector multiplied by magnitude of second vector multiplied by sin theta. Magnitude of first vector, because it is unit vector, I should have magnitude 1 unit. Second is also unit vector, I should have magnitude 1 unit. Into sin theta, into sin theta. But because these two are in the same direction, then theta is 0. Sin 0 is 0. 0 to this will be 0. A vector whose magnitude is 0, what is it called? 0 vector. So I hat cross I hat must be 0. Vector 0. Vector. Similarly, J hat cross Z is also 0 vector. K hat cross K is also 0 vector. And now let us take two different Cartesian unit vectors. Two different Cartesian unit vectors. I want to find out say direction of I hat cross Z. Direction of I hat cross Z. This proof is not there in textbook. Better you see here. Direction of I hat cross Z. Direction of I hat cross Z. I'll show you how to get it.
What is this? X-axis. What is this? Y-axis. Along x-axis, what is the unit vector? I hat. Along y-axis, what is the unit vector? Yeah. What is the angle between them? 90. Now this is I hat This is J hat. Everybody, this is
I hat.
This is
J hat.
Think of a plane passing through these two vectors. That plane is this. That plane is this.
This.
And now think of a right-handed screw kept perpendicular. Kept perpendicular to this plane. It will be this screw. Come on, this way. Correct? Perpendicular. Say
Perpendicular.
fine. Now what is the rule? You should rotate first vector towards second vector. First towards
Second.
Come on, I hat cross Z. I want
I hat cross Z.
This is first, this is second.
Second.
I should rotate first towards second. I should rotate
First towards second.
Look, this is I hat, this is J hat. I should rotate I hat towards J hat this way. Say everybody.
This way.
Say.
This way.
Say.
This way.
And same way I should rotate this right-handed screw in this manner. If I rotate this way, if I rotate this way, then it will advance this way. It will advance
This way.
It will advance
This way.
Tell me, if this is I hat, this is J hat, what is this? K hat. Say. Direction of I hat cross Z has come out to be same as that of K hat. As that of
K hat.
As that of
K hat.
So I written here direction of K hat. Direction of this and direction of this, both of them are same. Okay. What about magnitude? What about
Magnitude.
Come on, check it out. Come on, magnitude of I hat cross J hat. Magnitude of
I hat cross J hat.
If it is magnitude of A hat, a vector A cross vector B, it is A B Sanjana, meaning thereby magnitude of first vector, which is unit vector, so 1. Come on, magnitude of second vector is also 1. And sine theta, angle between them is how much? 90 degrees. Sine 90 is 1. 1 into 1 into 1, that is 1. And because K is a unit vector, its magnitude is also 1. So these two magnitudes are equal. Magnitudes are
Equal.
These are such two vectors. Not only their directions are same, their magnitudes are also same. Magnitudes are also
Same.
Two vectors having same magnitude, same direction. Same magnitude,
Same direction.
They are equal vectors. They are
Equal vectors.
This must be equal to this. This must be equal to
This.
Come on, I hat cross J hat. Say everybody.
I hat cross J hat.
Must be equal to K hat. Must be equal to
K hat.
Must be equal to
K hat.
Because they have got same direction also and same magnitude.
Magnitude.
And now tell me, I hat cross J hat is equal to K hat. Similarly, you can prove. Come on, J hat cross K hat equals to
I hat.
and similarly K hat cross I hat equals to
J hat.
If you want to remember all these three results at a time without mistake, I am showing you. Just remember this cyclic triangle. Cyclic
Triangle.
Cyclic
Triangle.
What I have written here?
I hat.
Here.
J hat.
Here.
K hat.
Just move in the direction of here. Move in the
Direction.
and take the vector product between two successive consecutive vectors. The result is the third vector. Result is a
Third vector.
Go this way. I had crossed it. Everybody.
I hat.
I had crossed it is how much?
J hat.
I had crossed it is how much?
J hat.
Go ahead. J had cross K hat is how much?
I hat.
Go ahead. K had cross I hat is how much?
J hat.
Got it? Come on everybody. I had cross J hat.
K hat.
J had cross K hat.
I hat.
K had cross I hat.
J hat.
Simple. Vector A cross vector B is equal to minus of vector B cross vector A. So as soon as you change the order, you should just put a negative sign. Come on. I had cross J hat. Can it be replaced by minus of everybody? J hat cross.
I hat.
है and now J hat cross I hat can be written as minus of K hat cross J hat. K hat cross I hat can be written as minus of I hat cross K. And now transfer this minus sign here. So J hat cross I hat will be how much? Minus K. Everybody.
Minus J hat.
K hat cross J hat will be.
Minus I hat.
I hat cross K hat will be.
Minus J hat.
And if you want to have those relations from here only, what you should do? You should move in the direction opposite to arrow. In the direction
Opposite to arrow.
Then the result is negative of third vector. Result is
Negative of third
Go
vector.
this way. J hat cross I hat. Minus A. J hat cross I hat.
Minus A.
Cross I hat will be.
Minus A.
Go ahead. I hat cross K hat.
Minus J hat.
K hat cross A hat.
Minus I hat.
Got it?
Yes.
And if you stand there only, then it is zero vector. Then it is
Zero vector.
I had cross I had zero
Zero
vector. Zero vector. Zero
Vector.
I had cross I had zero
Vector.
J had cross A had
Zero vector.
K had cross K had
Zero vector.
And now last property. Come on. Formula of vector product in terms of components. In terms of
Components.
Formula of vector product. Formula of
Vector product.
So you first of all write vector A cross vector B. Its formula is shown by a specific mathematical arrangement of 9 numbers. 9 numbers. And that arrangement is known as determinant. Say
Determinant.
because there are 3 rows and 3 columns, we call it 3 by 3 determinant. 3 by 3
Determinant.
Okay, A group students will have to study about determinants, I think, in the 3rd semester, and B group students, they will not have to study this determinant, but I am showing you how to expand this determinant. Very simple it is, don't bother. This is not the symbol of modulus, this is symbol of determinant. Symbol of
Determinant.
2 vertical lines. 2
Vertical line.
between which you must put 9 figures. How many?
9 figures.
Come on, which are they? I had, J had,
K hat.
always. In the first row, you must write I had.
J hat. K hat.
Then in the second row, what you should write? Components of first vector. Here it is vector A, so I should write components. Come on, AX, comma, AY, comma.
AZ.
Come on, components of vector B. That is second vector. You should write in the third row. BX, BY.
BZ.
Everybody, just pick out. 3 by 3 determinant. 3 by 3
Determinant.
I had, J had, K had.
I hat. J hat. K hat.
Come on, AX, AY, AZ.
AX. AY. AZ.
BX, BY, BZ.
BX. BY. BZ.
But how to expand it? What is the formula of this in terms of AX, AY, AZ, in terms of BX, BY, BZ? I'm showing you now. Take this one first with positivism, with a
Positive.
and discard this column, discard this row in which it is present. Okay? Just forget about this column and this row. And now simplification of this is to be given the way I'm showing you. This into this minus this into this. Come on, this into this.
Minus this.
Come on everybody. With I hat in bracket, what you should write? AY BZ minus AZ BY. AY BZ minus.
AZ. BY.
Here, without fail, you must write minus. In the simplification, the rule is that with the middle term, you have to write minus. So minus Z, say,
Minus J
and
hat.
then discard this column, discard this row. Then left is AX, AZ, BX, BZ. Then you should take this multiplication minus this multiplication. AX, BZ minus AZ, BX. Everybody, AX minus. And now again here plus, here plus, here plus, here minus, here plus. With plus get discard this column, discard this row, and write the remaining AX, BY minus AY, BX minus AY.
BX.
Come on, repeat it once more. With I hat in multiplication, come on in bracket, what do you write? AY, BZ minus AZ,
BY.
minus J hat into AX, BZ minus AZ, BX. Plus K hat into AX, BY minus AY, BX. Got it? The way you have written for vector A cross vector B, just dictate me for vector P cross vector Q. Vector P cross.
Vector Q.
Arey yaar, in the first row always I had, J had,
K hat.
but now in the second row you write PX, PY.
PZ.
In the third row QX.
QY. QZ.
Got it? Read the statement. Look, you are given vector A equals to 4I hat plus 2J hat minus K hat. Is it so? So what we have done? We have separated the components. Firstly, come on, X component, then Z component. What is X component? Coefficient of I hat. What is Y component? And what is Z component? Coefficient of K hat. Perfect. Similarly for vector B, come on, I hat plus 3J hat plus 4K hat. So I have written the components here 1, 3, 4. Last time I told you about the formula of vector product. What was it? Come on, vector A cross vector B, it was, come on, 3 by 3 determinant. 3 by 3
Determinant.
This is not modulus, huh? This is not modulus, this is 3 by 3 determinant. In the first row we had I hat, J hat, K hat. In the second row we had components of first vector, that is Ax, Ay, Az. And in the last row we had components of second vector, that is Bx, By, Bz. Now look here, I hat, J hat, K hat as it is. Okay? What are Ax, Ay, Az? They are respectively 4, 2 and minus 1. 4, 2 and similarly Bx, By, Bz. Come on. 1, 3, 4. 1, 3, 4. Wait. Last time I told you how to expand this. Okay? How to simplify this. Come on. Here plus, here minus and here plus. I hope you remembered. With plus I had, come on, discard this column, discard this row, then you can write this into this minus this into this. Come on, 2 into 4, that is 8. Minus this into this, 3 into minus 1, minus 3. Correct? With minus J hat, discard this column, discard this row, then 4 into 4, 16. Minus 1 into minus 1, that is minus 1. With plus K hat, come on, discard this column, discard this row, 4 3s are 12 and minus 2 into 1, that is 2. Minus minus plus 8 plus 3, 11 I hat. This is minus minus plus 16 plus 1, 17 into minus J hat. So minus 17 J hat. 12 minus 2, that is 10 into K hat. Right? You have got the answer. But they may extend, they may ask magnitude of this vector. Magnitude of this vector. So simple. Magnitude of any vector. Mod of vector A cross vector B should be equal to, come on, remember the formula? Under root of summation of squares of mutually perpendicular components. So under root of, come on, square of 11 plus square of minus 17 plus square of 10. Whatever answer you get. Got it? If they ask, can you do that?
Yes.
Fine. Read next. Look, in textbook they have adopted this method, but it is not a complete method. It is incomplete. In which sense I am showing you. First of all, let us see this textbook method. Look, vector A cross vector B. By formula, 3 by 3 determinant, I hat, J hat, K hat, Ax, Ay, Az, Bx, By, Bz. What is Ax, everybody? 2. Ay is, come on, minus 10. 2 and minus 10. There is no term with K hat. If there is no term with K hat, Z component is to be taken 0. 0. Similarly for vector B, components are 4, minus 20 and 0. Come on, 4, minus 20, 0. Correct. Can I take 2 common from the third row? Yes, I can take it. If 2 is taken common, 4 upon 2, that is 2. Minus 20 upon 2, minus 10. 0 upon 2, 0. Any problem? Now tell me, how to find this second and third row? Are they not same? Yes, they are same. Come on, second row and they are same. Now there is a rule for determinant. Any 2 rows or any 2 columns, if they are same, value is 0. Value is 0. So value of this is also 0. But because here there are vectors, I should write 0 vector. 0 vector. You should give reason in bracket because R2 equals to R3. R2 equals to R3. R stands for row. Second row is just equal to third row. Correct? And even if you expand, I hat into this minus this into this minus z hat into this minus this into this plus k hat into this minus this into this. Even if you expand, really the value is 0. Value is 0. Okay? So now this is 0 vector into 2, that is 0 vector. Now whenever any cross product between any two vectors is 0 vector, it has two meanings. It has two meanings. Vector A is either, come on, parallel to vector B, or vector A is anti-parallel to vector B. Because, see, what is the magnitude of vector A cross vector B? Magnitude of vector A cross vector B. Come on, by definition, AB sin theta. AB sin theta. Now when you are talking about two vectors being parallel, come on, for parallel vectors, come on, theta is 0 degree because they have same direction. If they are anti-parallel, if two vectors are anti-parallel, come on, they have opposite directions, theta is 180 degree. Whether theta is 0 or 180 degree, in both the case, sin theta is 0. Because sin 0 is also 0, sin 180 is also 0. So when you place sin theta 0 here, this part will be 0. Implies that magnitude of vector A cross vector B is equal to 0. Correct? And if magnitude of any vector is 0, meaning thereby that vector itself is a 0 vector. Vector itself is a 0 vector. So now just go reverse. Just go reverse. If cross product between any two vectors is a 0 vector, it has two meanings. It has two given vectors, maybe, what you are asked to prove here. So this proof is incomplete. This proof is incomplete. From this you cannot say, when this is 0 vector, you cannot say they are definitely parallel. They are definitely, you cannot say that. They may be anti-parallel. They may be, so what is the right proof? Right proof is this. It is short also and it is perfect. Vector A, the same vector. Vector B, what they given are written same way. Now just take 2 common from here. So when you take 2 common here, it is 2I hat minus 10J hat. What is this? 2I hat minus 10J. What is it? Vector A. So this is only part vector A. So 2 into, come on, this is vector A. We have learned the multiplication of a vector with a real number. With a, suppose real number is K. Real number is K. So this I just match with K into vector A. Say K2. Now tell me, when you compare, what is K? 2. What is K? 2. How is 2? 2 is positive. 2 is positive. So you are multiplying this vector with a positive number. With a positive number. When you multiply by a positive number, then direction of this will be same as direction of this. So these two have same direction. These two have same direction, means they are parallel. They are parallel. So this is easy also, short also, perfect also. Okay? Suppose this multiplier is negative. Suppose this multiplier is negative. It means to say that this has direction opposite to this, then they are anti-parallel. Then they are anti-parallel. How simple it is. Say number 14. Look, consider a triangle, say PQR, correct? Any two sides you can take as two given vectors. Suppose I am taking this side PQ as first vector, vector A, this side PR, I just take it as vector B. Okay? So two sides of a triangle, I just take it as two given vectors, vector A and vector B. Then what I do? I draw one perpendicular from R onto this first vector. So when I draw the perpendicular, this is foot of perpendicular, capital M. Now tell me, distance Rn distance Rn will give you what? Component of vector B opposite to theta. Component of vector B opposite to theta. See, say this is vector B, correct? Come on. Then I can resolve it into two mutually perpendicular components. This vector and this vector. Come on. Make vector addition here according to method of triangular vectors. Come on, this vector plus this vector. This vector plus, will it give you this vector?
Yes.
What are these two? Two mutually perpendicular components. Anna? Now this is angle theta, suppose. Then this is that component of vector B which is opposite to theta, which is opposite. So B sin theta. This is that component of vector B which is adjacent to theta. It is B cos theta. Correct? The way vector A was resolved. Vector A was resolved. What was this? X component. Ax equals to A cos theta. Ax equals to
A cos theta.
And what was this? Ay equals to A sin theta. Correct? Fine. Instead of A, now I am resolving vector B. So what? This will become on component of vector B opposite to theta, that is B sin theta. Correct? Now tell me, area of a triangle PQR. Area of a triangle?
PQR.
Area of any triangle, half base into height. Half.
Base into height.
Half base is PQ. Into height is Rn. Height is Rn. 1 by 2 as it is. What is PQ? What is PQ? Magnitude of vector A. So it is A. What is Rm? Distance Rm is height. It is how much? B sin theta. B sin theta. 1 by 2 as it is. AB sin theta. AB
Sin theta.
What is AB sin theta? What is AB sin theta? Magnitude of vector A cross vector B. What is AB sin theta?
Magnitude of vector A cross vector B.
Transfer this to here. Transfer this to here. So magnitude of vector A cross vector B will be 2 into, say,
2 into
area of triangle PQR. 2 into.
area of triangle PQR.
So what we have proved, that magnitude of vector product between two given vectors is double than area of a triangle whose two sides are those two vectors. Whose two sides are those two vectors. Correct?